AFIC is the Africa Frontex Intelligence Community. Been around since 2010, initially as an informal group of around 30 nations, coming together and sharing experiences and knowledge about issues of common interest and concern.
We've gone through a variety of regional workshops, plenary conferences, whether here in the EU or in African countries. And throughout this variety of steps.
And then in 2017, the European Commission made a real difference by providing funding for Frontex then to deliver the creation of 8 risk analysis cells within Western and Central Africa along the key routes for irregular migration through these areas of the continent towards the EU. AFIC is a logo that's very well established and trusted and widely recognised as certainly a success of European engagement and Frontex work in Africa. Essentially, the capacity building allowed the instalment of equipment. The staff or the analysts working within those cells are from the local authorities in that state.
But before opening and inaugurating these cells, we had to train border relevant authorities, essentially, of course, border police, immigration services, depending on the country. So after risk analysis training, which were delivered in the Spanish Police Academy of Avila, we managed to give them, I would say, the basic needs, methodologies, and fundamentals of risk analysis.
And AFIC as a capacity building project has made a real difference because in some countries where risk analysis cells were installed, there was no analysis before. It didn't exist as a concept. So for the first time, officials from different law enforcement groups within specific African states have come together under one roof to work together within a risk analysis cell and share information. And accordingly, the picture about what's going on at the external borders of that country is improved, and obviously the decision-making is improved as a consequence.
In terms of benefit, Ghana and its law enforcement border management agencies have improved in terms of its analytical, preventive, and operational capacities. Also, it's benefited from the constant information sharing opportunities that we derive from the platform. I believe we're able to tap into the expertise and best practices of each other, so we're able to grow because we believe that we are more resilient and stronger when we all share common practices and common interests.
The project is closed, but the network is still alive. We have been now during 13 years, we've been building essentially trust, excellent human relationships, friendship with our African colleagues. And this trust has allowed us to keep our network alive. We will continue, the network continues. We've already planned lots of events for 2023. Multiple regional workshop, a plenary conference, trainings dedicated to the staff of the risk analysis cells.
And that work is done in conjunction with other divisions too within Frontex. So for example, 2 of our key stakeholders within Frontex are the International and European Cooperation Division and also our Fundamental Rights Office, who provide us guidance and advice with respect to fundamental rights related matters in our ongoing engagement with these African nations.
So the cooperation between Frontex and the African member states is very cordial because the cooperation serves as a place of excellence between both stakeholders, and this helps us to create synergies in combating cross-border criminality.
The gangsters, the criminals, they don't have borders. They cooperate. They organize their smugglings, drug trafficking, terrorism, weapons trafficking, human trafficking, all forms of cross-border crime. The tool of this risk analysis network will allow us to have a good overview of the security situation in terms of cross-border crime. So cooperation in between our AFIC member states and within the network, AFIC network, is mutually beneficial tool.